Niacin, also known as vitamin B3, is often praised for its ability to improve cholesterol profiles, raising HDL, good cholesterol, and lowering LDL and triglycerides. This has made it a popular, natural alternative to statins, especially among individuals wary of pharmaceutical drugs. But what many people don't realize is that when taken in high doses, niacin can be profoundly toxic to the liver. In fact, it is one of the few over-the-counter vitamins that has been definitively linked to acute liver failure in otherwise healthy individuals, sometimes within just a few weeks of use. The danger lies in the fact that niacin is available in multiple formulations, and not all are created equal. Immediate-release niacin, extended-release niacin, and so-called flush-free niacin inositol hexanocotinate all have different pharmacokinetics, meaning they are absorbed, processed, and cleared from the body differently. This dramatically affects their safety profile. While immediate-release niacin is more likely to cause the uncomfortable niacin flush, a temporary reddening and burning of the skin, extended-release versions were developed to reduce this side effect, but in doing so, they introduced a much greater risk to the liver. Extended-release and time-release niacin bypass the quick absorption process and linger in the bloodstream longer, placing a sustained burden on the liver. Clinical reports have shown that patients taking as little as 1,500 to 3,000 milligrams per day of extended-release niacin for several weeks developed elevated liver enzymes, jaundice, fatigue, nausea, and in some cases, fulminant liver failure requiring transplantation. In several instances, liver damage occurred in people who had no prior history of liver disease and who believed they were simply managing their cholesterol naturally. The mechanisms of niacin-induced liver injury are not fully understood, but are believed to involve mitochondrial dysfunction, disruption of fatty acid metabolism, and oxidative stress. At high doses, niacin interferes with the liver's ability to produce energy efficiently, leading to inflammation, fat accumulation, and cell death. This can progress quickly, especially in people with pre-existing liver stress from alcohol, medications like acetaminophen or statins, or metabolic conditions like non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD. The real tragedy is that many people think they are doing something safer than taking statins. The supplement industry markets niacin as a gentle, natural alternative, glossing over the fact that its cholesterol-lowering effects only occur at drug-level doses, far higher than nutritional requirements. While the recommended daily intake for vitamin B3 is just 14 to 16 milligrams for adults, cholesterol-lowering effects are only seen in the 1,000 to 3,000 milligrams range. That's more than 100 times the daily requirement. At that level, niacin is not functioning like a vitamin, it's acting like a drug, and a hepatotoxic one at that. Yet niacin is still widely available over the counter in large doses, often without adequate warnings. People can easily buy bottles labeled 500 milligrams per tablet and take several per day, unaware that they're entering dangerous territory. Unlike prescription drugs, there's no routine monitoring of liver enzymes, no required discussion with a doctor, and no tracking of side effects. And because liver damage can be silent at first, users may feel perfectly fine until their skin turns yellow, their urine darkens, or fatigue becomes overwhelming. This risk is especially high for people self-treating high cholesterol without medical supervision. They may combine niacin with other liver-metabolized supplements like red yeast rice, turmeric with piperine, or green tea extract, multiplying the strain on hepatic detox pathways. Some even add alcohol or take medications that further stress the liver, all while believing their actions are health-promoting. And the damage isn't always reversible. While mild niacin-induced liver injury may resolve after stopping the supplement, more severe cases can lead to permanent scarring, fibrosis, long-term dysfunction, or, in extreme cases, liver failure requiring transplant. And for every known case, there are likely many more where niacin contributed to subtle, chronic liver stress that went undiagnosed. So, what's the safe path forward? First, recognize that dose matters. The beneficial effects of niacin on cholesterol come at doses far beyond nutritional needs, and those same doses carry serious risks. Second, never take high-dose niacin without medical supervision. If you and your doctor agree it may help with lipid control, it must be done with regular liver function testing, just as you would with statins. Third, don't be misled by the flush-free label. These formulations often come with a higher risk of liver toxicity because the lack of visible symptoms, like flushing, encourages higher and longer-term use. Finally, understand that natural does not mean safe, and vitamins in pharmacologic doses are no longer functioning as nutrients. Niacin may offer real benefits, but they come with real dangers. Without proper medical guidance, that bottle of heart-healthy vitamin B3 could quietly become a prescription for liver failure.